Good day, guys. Welcome to King FX Trading Mastery. If this is your first time you will be checking on our channel, make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notification. And if you have subscribed, just type in I subscribe in the comment box below, then we'll get back to you. All right, so we want to wish all our Christian subscribers and viewers Merry Happy Easter. So this analysis is between April 5 and April 9, 2021. So for those of you who don't know about this strategy is called the King strategy. This strategy is one of the strategies we are using, and this strategy has over 75% win rate if you trade the condition correctly. And this strategy has been giving us profit week in, week out. So if you want to know more about the strategy, you want to learn how the strategy works, watch this video till the end. Okay, so there will be a recommendation link for you to learn more about the strategy. So if you watch this video to the end, you're going to a link will be provided to you where you can click to learn more about the strategy. So then after watching the strategy, you learn the strategy, then you can come back to utilize this weekly analysis. Okay, so this is going to guide you and everyone who watches this to be able to pick the right pair, and we do this every week. Okay, and this has been helping a lot of traders utilizing this. All right, so let's get started with this week analysis. So as I've said, the analysis is between Monday April 5th to 9th 2021. Okay, so the first pair we'll be looking at currently is Aud Jpy. As we know, the month just ended on Wednesday, so we have to wait for the week to runs out before we do our weekly analysis. So let's start from the monthly candle to see what the monthly is telling us. So on monthly Aud Jpy, the first pair, on monthly we can see the candle closed with a bullish candle, a green candle. Okay, but this is uh it's not a strong evidence that this is going to keep moving up, but you can see there's going to be some momentum since it's closed in green. Okay, so moving to weekly time frame, so we can see this is telling us that this is probably going to pull back up, okay, a little while. So we may see this pull up to this level during this coming week. We may see Aud Jpy pull up to 85.45 during this coming week. All right, so right now this pair is still buy bias. And for those of you who don't know, we take our trade analysis based on 1 hour time frame, which means we are looking to take our trade based on 1 hour. So right now this pair is still buy bias, so we're waiting for the black moving average to cross the blue to the upside, then we can take our trade. So wait for this to cross to the upside, take your trade and take your first profit before is 84.48, while your second profit is going to be 85.45. all right, so Aud Jpy, look for a buy. Aud Jpy, look for a buy. Let's look at Aud card. Aud card is still sell bias, so we only pick a trades that has sell or buy bias based on the filter time frame and the entry time frame. So we use 4 hours as filter time frame and 1 hour as our entry. So we only pick and analyze those ones that go in line with the 2 time frames. So AUD card monthly, we can see this has come into a zone. So we may expect this to pull up a little bit during this within this coming month. But before that, price must react to lower time frame. So on weekly, we see this close with a bearish candle. So this may still give us an opportunity for price to pull down some more. So we may see price pull down to 94.74 again, to touch that level again. And if that level get broken, we expect price to drop down to 0.9321. That is if this first support get broken. So on daily, we may see on daily, this is not so clear. So we may see some kind of pullback to the upside. But based on our analysis, this is still sell bias. So if the 5 and 12 crosses down, then it's a sell entry. But if it goes above the red moving average, then the signal is void. So you want to ignore it. But if market opens, you see the 5 and 12 moving average, which is the black and blue, crosses to the downside, then take your sell trade. Take your sell trade and take your first profit before 0.9495. AUD card is still good for a sell. So the next pair I'll be talking about is CAD Swiss Franc. CAD Swiss Franc is also still buy bias based on H1, which is our time frame, our entry time frame. So the pair close monthly candle close with an inside bar. So this coming month, we may see a significant drop on CAD Swiss Franc. We may see a significant drop on CAD Swiss Franc as the pair is currently sitting at a supply zone. Okay, so it's sitting at a supply zone, so we may see it dropping during this coming month. So when we switch to weekly, the weekly candle says a level has been broken right here. So we may see some kind of small push up before the drop happens. Okay, while the daily candle, the candle that closed on Sunday, indicates to us that this is ready to drop on a long time. Is ready to drop on a long term. So for a short term, we may see this pull back up. Okay, when it pull back up, you take a buy. But once you take a buy, take your profit before 0.7526. CAD Swiss Franc is still good for a short buy, but take your profit before 0.7526. Okay, but on the long term, we expect this to get broken, okay, to the downside. But if before market opens, price goes below the red moving average, then it's a voice signal. You want to ignore it until the sell bias is fully complete. All right, so but for now, it still has the potential buy entry if the 5 and 12 crosses to the upside. Remember, take your profit before 0.7526. This is still buy bias, but be careful with this pair. All right, so the next pair I'll be talking about is Swiss Franc Jpy. Swiss Franc Jpy is also buy bias. So the monthly candle closed with a bullish candle. So this may help this to continue moving up. why the weekly candle also closed with a green candle. So this is an evidence that this may continue pulling up. All right, so Swiss franc JPY, we may expect price to come back to go back up to 118.81. Okay, during this coming week. So we expect Swiss franc JPY to retest 118.81. But before that, on daily, this is going to be our first target. 117.88 is going to be our first target. So if you take a trade right on Swiss franc JPY, your first target is going to be 117.88. So Swiss franc JPY is good for a buy. Once the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average happens from the downside to the upside, take your buy trade. It's a very good trade that we will be looking at too. So take your profit before 117.88. And if this level get broken, our next target is going to be 118.81. All right. So Swiss franc JPY, look for a buy. Swiss franc JPY, look for a buy. Card JPY. Card JPY. So we are still buy bias on Card JPY. So the monthly candle closed with an inside bar. So on long term, we may see this to drop during this month that we are in. So let's see what smaller time frame is going to present to us. The weekly candle closed with a bullish candle, which has gotten this pin bar broken. So we may see it pull up some more before the long-term drop happens. All right. So right with this, we are still bias. As we can see, right, we have pin bar on daily candle. Sorry, a red candle, but nevertheless, we are still buy bias. So take your buy entry if the cross happens to the upside. Take your buy entry. So this is what you want to see. Take your buy entry and take your profit before 88.25. Okay, take your buy entry and take your profit before 88.25. Euro JPY. Euro JPY is still buy bias also. The monthly candle closed with green. So we may expect this to pull up to 133.18 during this coming months. Okay, so on weekly, it's saying price is telling us that we may still expect some momentum to the upside. While daily is telling us it's a pin bar. So on long term, we expect this to still pull up during this coming months. Okay, but for our entry, we are still buy bias right here. So Euro JPY is still buy bias. So the cross between the 5 and 12 moving average has happened already to the downside. So we are waiting for this to cross to the upside. So once it crosses to the upside, take your buy trade and take your profit before 130.54. Euro JPY is good for a buy. All right, Euro JPY, look for a buy. Euro card is still sell bias. So the monthly candle closed with an inside bar. So during this coming month, we are in the month of April, this may pull up. Okay, but the lower time frame is indicating to us that this may drop some more before we can see the long time drop. So Euro card, look for a sell. look for a sell once the cross between the 5 and 12 happens to the downside between the black and blue moving average. So you take your sell once the cross happens to the downside and take your profit before 1.4725. All right. And if price crosses to the upside and the two moving average crosses to the upside, this is going to be a void signal. All right. Euro card, look for a sell. Euro NZD, this is also sell bias. So the weekly candle close, the monthly candle closed with a bearish inside bar. So this may give us some kind of opportunity to see this pull down again to touch 1.6294 during these coming months. Euro NZD. Okay, while the weekly candle also give us an inside bar. Okay, telling a bearish inside bar telling us price is still going to drop. The daily candle that closed last on Friday shows this is definitely going to drop some more. So the next area we may expect this to drop down to is 1.6479. All right, Euro NZD, this is good for a sell. This is also a very good trade. So we may expect a minor pullback, then take a sell trade. Take a sell trade and take your profit along the way, but overall we're expecting this to come to 1.6479. All right, this is still a long way to the downside. All right, so Euro NZD, look for a sell. Euro NZD, look for a sell. Euro Swiss Franc, this is still buy bias right now, so we want to look for a buy opportunity. The candle closed, the monthly candle closed with a bullish candle with some kind of rejection to the downside. So while weekly we have an indecision right there. So with this, we may still expect price to pull up to touch 1.1148. On Euro Swiss Franc, we may expect this to still pull up a little bit to touch 1.1148 during this coming week. Okay, so Euro Swiss Franc, look for a buy. So wait for the cross to the upside, take your buy entry, take your first profit before 1.316, while your next target is going to be at the red resistance zone, which is 1.1148. Right. So Euro Swiss Franc, look for a buy. Euro Swiss Franc, look for a buy. Euro GBP is the next pair I'll be talking about. We are still sell buyers on Euro GBP. So the monthly candle shows price is already sitting at it's already sitting as a support right now. So but with that, we may see this pull down some more to touch the 120 moving the 120 moving average on monthly. So which means during this coming month we may see some kind of drop. We may see some kind of drop before any reversal is likely going to take place. So the weekly candle proves to us that this is still ready to drop, right? But it is currently sitting at a support on weekly. So having that in mind, the daily candle shows to us that this is still ready to drop. So we are still overall, we are still sell buyers on this. Okay, both on monthly candle, we are still sell buyers. On Then on the smaller time frame, we are still sell buyers also. So let's wait for the pullback on Euro GBP. Wait for the pullback and take your sell trade. So you may want to take your profit before 0.8499. All right, while your next target is going to be 0.8411. So overall target within this coming week or two is 0.8411. So Euro GBP is still good for a sell. Euro GBP, look for a sell. GBP JPY. GBP JPY, we are still buyers. So monthly time frame shows to us that this is still going up. So we may expect during this coming month, we may expect price to go up to 155.06 to touch that level. All right. So weekly time frame shows to us that a level has been broken. So this is most definitely going to keep pushing up in the next couple of weeks. So GBP JPY, look for a buy. This is also a good trade. All right, the cross has happened. So once market opens, we may see this may drop a little bit. All right, then take your trade. All right, take your trade and take your profit. Take your profit along the way. All right, take your profit along the way. So because the distance is still very far. So GBP JPY, it's a very good trade also. Look for a buy. GBP JPY, look for a buy. GBP AUD is going to be the next one. Right now, all AUDs are strong. AUDs is strong right now. So this is definitely going to affect a lot of pairs on AUD. So the monthly candle, as you can see, has some rejection to the downside. So this is an evidence that this is going to drop, and the weekly candle has touched the 120 moving average, which is the resistance zone. So while the daily candle beg your pardon, while the daily candle shows an inside bar, a clear confirmation that price is dropping on this 3 higher time frame. So but we are still currently buyers. This is too good for a short buy. So if you must take a buy on GA, it is a must for you to opt out of this trade before 1.8245. GA is a buy. All right, and if price comes below the 120, then you want to void the signal. All right, be careful with this trade. Be careful with this trade, guys. So the next pair I'll be looking at is GBP chef. GBP chef is still buyers. Okay, while the monthly, we may see this to pull up to, in this coming month, to pull up to 1.3303. All right, so the weekly time frame indicate to us that a level has been broken, so we may see this to continue pulling up. All right, so we are still buyers. Wait for the pullback, then take your buy trade, and take your first profit before this level. Take your first profit before 1.3062. All right, GBP Swiss franc, look for a buy. GBP Swiss franc, look for a buy. GBP Swiss franc, look for a buy. NZD JPY. NZD JPY, this is still good for a buy. Also, the monthly candle shows a bullish momentum, so we expect this to keep going up, while the weekly gives the same signal. So during this coming week, we expect NZD JPY to go up to 79.7 79.17. So we may expect price to retest this level. All right, so NZD-JPY look for a buy. The cross between 5 and 12 has already happened. So once market opens, you may take your trade if there is no gap to the downside. So NZD-JPY look for a buy and take your profit before 79.17. All right, NZD-JPY look for a buy. NZD Swiss franc is the next one I'll be looking at. This is also still is buy bias. So with this, we expect price to retest this area. So NZD Swiss franc, we may expect price to retest 0.6760. All right. So with this in mind, the pair is still buy bias. So once the cross happen to the upside, take your buy trade. Take your buy trade on NZD Swiss franc and expect your first profit at 0.6700. NZD Swiss franc. NZD Swiss franc look for a buy. NZD Swiss franc look for a buy. So you look for a buy on NZD Swiss franc. The next pair I'll be talking about is USD JPY. USD JPY is still buy bias. So the monthly time frame shows that this is a perfect inside back candle. So this month we may expect USD JPY to drop. All right, we may expect USD JPY to drop because gold is ready to pull up. Okay, so this may also affect gold. USD JPY, anything can happen, but this is still most expected to see this to touch 112.16. During this coming months, USD JPY, we still expect it to rise up to 112.16 despite the pin bar. So this is going to be may give a continuation for price to touch 112.16 during this coming months, while the weekly time frame, weekly candle is telling us that this is most likely going to pull up to this resistance. All right. So overall, this is still buy bias. USD JPY is still buy bias. So we want to wait for that minor pullback. Then check your buy trade and take your first profit before 110.93. While our overall target is going to be 112.16. USD JPY, look for a buy. USD JPY, look for a buy. USD Swiss franc. Okay, we are still buy bias on this. So the monthly candle ended up with an inside bar. So we may continue, we may see this to pull up on a long term, the next couple of months, to touch this 120 moving average. All right. So during this coming week, we expect USD Swiss franc to pull up, despite the fact that price has touched the 120 moving average on weekly. So anything can happen to this pair. We're going to be careful with this pair, okay, because there is no clear direction right now on this pair, USD Swiss franc. So, but based on our signal, we may still have some, it's still buy bias, so we may still take a trade opportunity if the cross happens to the upside. All right, so we want to take our profit before 0.9472. All right, USD Swiss franc, look for a buy, but be careful with this pair, guys. So the last one I'll be talking about is USD card. USD card is sell bias right now. So the monthly candle closed with an inside bar. So we may also continue to see this dropping. We may also continue this to drop a little bit more. So as price is currently sitting at a support, and the 120 moving average is appearing as a support for this. So this may pull down a little bit more. So it is still sell bias. USD card, once the cross happen between the 5 and 12 moving average, take your sell entry and take your profit before 1.2529. So this is good for a sell. All right, trade this judiciously. This is a good trade. So look for a sell on USD card. So guys, this is what I have for you guys today. So quick recap: AUD JPY, look for a sell. AUD JPY, look for a buy. AUD JPY, look for a buy. AUD card, look for a sell. Card Swiss franc, look for a buy. Swiss franc JPY, look for a buy. Card JPY, look for a buy. Euro JPY, look for a buy. Euro card, sell. Euro NZD, sell. Euro Swiss franc, buy. Euro GBP, sell. GBP JPY, buy. GBP AUD, buy. GBP Swiss franc, buy. NZD JPY, buy. NZD Swiss franc, buy. USD JPY, buy. USD Swiss franc, buy. And finally USD card, sell. Okay, so guys, the weak pairs are card. Canadian dollars, according to this analysis, is currently weak. Japanese yen JPY is currently weak. Great Britain pounds is an average right now, and the strong pairs we have is Swiss franc is a little bit strong, and NZD is strong. AUD is also strong. So once again, card is weak, JPY is weak, GBP is weak, Swiss franc is strong, NZD is strong, and AUD is also strong right now. So guys, you want to utilize this very well. So the pairs I will recommend you to focus more on it is NZD pairs. NZD is the most strongest among the pairs right now. So you want to capitalize on it according to this analysis. Focus on NZD trades more during this coming week. All right, so this is what I have for you guys this week, and this analysis is between April 5 and April 9th 2021. So once again guys, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and there is a link right there after this video for you to learn more about this strategy. Okay, called the King strategy, and you can check the comment box, check the description below. There is also a link where you can learn more about this strategy. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and if you have subscribed, type in I subscribe in the comment box below. So thank you so much guys. Thank you so much once again. This is the King FX Trading Mastery. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you share this, drop your comments, click the like button, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much, and happy Easter once again. Bye bye for now.